What's up, Leo? This is going to be your bi-weekly love check-in. This is for my Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, and for the cross watchers. If you guys enjoy this video, please do give me a like, throw me a comment, share. It does help out the channel. If you're new here on this channel, we combine tarot and channeling with universal law of assumption, manifesting mindset principles. So we look into your specific person, the connection, and I help you to adjust it with focus. So if that is something that you like, then please do stick around. It's also what I do in my private session, so all the info for that is in the description box of the video. And we are going to now look at the person on your mind, Leo. How do they feel about you? Then how do you feel about them and a projected potential? And the reason why I say that is because universal law of assumption on my channel, tarot readings are a check-in point into just one version of you, your specific person, and the connection that you, Leo, have selected or manifested out of the infinite that are available right now in this moment. Creation is finished. All things exist at once. Your desires are meant for you. Everyone is you pushed out. So if you would like to manifest this differently, it just requires a shift in the now, your state of being, your state of consciousness, version of Leo that you're being, reselection of your dominant thoughts and assumptions projected outwards. Okay, guys? So I've also just launched a course where I take you through all the fundamentals of law of assumption and consciousness, and work on your self-concept and also how that would apply to a specific person. Okay, but I also like to give tips as I go when I read. And then there's obviously plenty of other coaches and information online, so you can try it out, guys. Let's go. So the person on Leo's mind, Justice card, balance, Star card in the reverse. So something that there's a need to restore balance or make something right, or there's something to do with maybe losing some that vitality in the situation because something's been interfering or out of balance. Now the Justice card, yeah, Ten of Swords in the reverse. Some of you are dealing with a situation where legalities are at play. I mean, we have Nine of Cups, we have an Emperor card in the reverse. Some of you are dealing with a husband or a father figure. And there's definitely been pleasure and fun, but Emperor card in the reverse might mean not really stepping up to the plate. Hierophant card, Seven of Cups. Maybe there's been mixed feelings and confusion when it comes to doing so. The Justice card, like I said, you know, that's about maybe legality. Some of you are dealing with a situation where there's like loose ends that need to be tied up when it comes to commitment. Like you could be dealing with a situation where someone is tied up with another person. Don't take it if it's not your story, and we can adjust it anyway, but I'll explain when I get to you. But otherwise, also with this Hierophant card, there might just be mixed feelings about whether or not, you know, to commit, because there might be disagreements, like it's pleasure and fun, but there's been mixed energy. Maybe you come from very different backgrounds or cultures or something like that. Or is it like, do we share the same values? Do we want the same thing? Yeah, we've got a King of Swords and a Chariot card. So someone wants to clarify things, okay? So the Chariot card would be about moving forward. You know, King of Swords potentially would be about cutting through the confusion. This is clarity, right? Confusion to clarity, I would say. And Chariot card would be moving forward in a more positive direction. I mean, I just want to get one on that, why we have that Emperor card in the reverse. Four of Swords is in the reverse. Wheel of Fortune jumped in the upright. See, we've got that Justice card, it's in the reverse. So there's something here about things being out of balance. And it could be that this person, it's like they want things to turn for the positive. It could go a little stop-start, because Four of Swords here is like rest. I feel like this person wants to come out of rest. Now the rest, like I said, it could be because there's something to do with contracts, legal matters, marriage, divorce, okay? Or for some of you, there's travel and distance. This is immigration or something, I don't know, but it's thrown something out of balance between the two of you. And maybe there's been confusion and mixed signals about like the direction forward, or like what's the solution here. I mean, let me see why I have a Justice card in the reverse, Leo. And guys, my readings don't have to be for everyone, okay? So don't make anything your story if it's not your story. Page of Swords, they're always observing you, Leo, even like if you do take a bit of a rest. I mean, some of you, maybe it's been on a rest because you don't live apart from one another, but someone's taken a trip. But there is just something here about confusion, about, you know, the way forward, like commitments, traditional values, etc. And the Lovers card is a strong connection, but for some of you that does involve a choice, and there's something here about maybe choices or decisions needing to be made. So there's observation energy. Like I said, it could be just confusion because things have not been clear, like talked about, you know, like there needs to be a serious conversation. Yeah, it's just back and forth, Two of Pentacles. Now, you know, a portion of you there's back and forth, like I said, because there's like financial matters at play, contracts, etc. And for others of you, there's back and forth because someone has been not really showing up and really bossing up to the occasion, okay, and making things a little bit unclear. Now, Leo, and really choosing the connection. I mean, work-life balance could also be an issue. I mean, Leo, if you feel like this person's not really prioritizing and you want them to choose you right now and you want them to be on the same page, well, one, it looks like they want to talk anyway, and Wheel of Fortune, they feel like this is kind of a very strong connection. Lovers card, Wheel of Fortune. But if you want to iron it out, then you would just need to be like, oh, wherever you make a decision, right, Leo? You'd be like, I'm version of Leo. They show up perfectly. They choose me. If you want to go from like, this is fun to solid commitment, just take out all the parts that you don't like and say, oh my God, we have a perfect relationship. We're getting married, if that's what you want. I'll get to you in a sec. See, Nine of Pentacles. It could also just be mixed feelings. It's like, is this going to be, you know, a solid commitment, or is there a bit more self-focus? I mean, Nine of Pentacles can just also be the career stuff, guys. So, you know, some of you dealing with a situation with a person who it's like they're not tied up with someone else, but there's legalities, there's been money out. So there's a little bit of this kind of focus on trying to shift their own fortune. That's Wheel of Fortune, you know, and there's a lack of balance, and therefore the connection's not been prioritized. This is priorities, right? Let me have a look. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. See, there's Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and a Ten of Pentacles. So it's like Ten of Pentacles is the pinnacle. It's all about, you know, the house and home, building that together. And you've got a foundation, and there's a lot of pentacles on the table back and forth about it. Now, some of you, it could be that family is influencing this in terms of like if you have confused energy because of like marriage, traditional values or culture or whatever, that could be a factor. And confusion about how you guys are going to build this Ten of Pentacles. But honestly, like Leo, I mean, I really feel like they still feel this. I mean, Lovers card is very strong soul contracts. And the confusion, Leo, like I said, I mean, we can adjust that anyway, but it looks to me like they're trying to cut through the confusion, move in a more positive direction, literally perseverance, chariot card. You know, and so like one more on that Justice card in the reverse, because I just need to get clarity on it. It's like something feels, you know, it's like there could be a feeling like this doesn't feel fair, like it's not balanced. So, you know, confusion and mixed feelings, like one person giving more than the other person, Page of Pentacles, but there's an offer coming through. So they're not going anywhere, Leo, and there's this like honest conversation, a serious conversation, maybe about like, okay, how do we go from where we're at to the Ten of Pentacles? Because there's just been other priorities, or a feeling of other priorities. Emperor card in the reverse. Three of Swords is in the reverse. So some of you also, yeah, like I said, you could be dealing with a situation with someone that had a relationship before, and there's been an unreadiness to commit to this situation, because Three of Swords would be someone that's separated. It could be a third party, or otherwise I would say there's just been a bit of confusion and mixed signals and hurt feelings, like, are you really solid about this situation? The Emperor card can also be a bit stone-faced, not open really about their emotions. King of Swords can be a bit that way, too much in their head, so there could be a bit of this overthinking of things, how to make it work, right? You know, but Nine of Cups is the wish fulfillment, okay? And the Fool card would be about taking that leap. Now, for some of you, yeah, that would involve a move or a relocation, or there's a sense of risk because of outside responsibilities or factors, okay? So Leo, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at you, because again, my channel's different, guys, so sorry to anyone that's new if you don't like my style. But the truth is, we can just take what you want. So if you're here and you're feeling like, okay, this person's still, you know, coming up like not really clear on the situation, you can just affirm for exactly what you want. Like, I'm version of Leo, I have this is how they are, we have a perfect relationship. If you feel like family and culture and all this stuff is playing into it, don't make it an issue, take your focus off it and just affirm for, no, we're totally on the same page, everyone approves of our relationship, everyone loves us together. You can put yourself in the end, oh, we live together, we're married. It's not going to slow down your manifestation because you're not restricted by time and logic, guys. You literally, as soon as you make that decision, if you can persist in your imagination, guys, not manipulating, stalking, or trying to fix stuff, then everything will unfold for you fastest possible way. We've got Aquarius energy, we've got Cancer, Libra, Taurus, Aries. Yeah, let me have a look at you, Leo. I mean, look, they're coming in with an offer. I mean, this is communication, Page of Swords. It might be sort of this feeling like other eyes on you. I mean, if that's the case, like if you've got family influences, if you've got, you know, maybe exes in the mix, some of you, like not really romantic, but like muddying the waters a little bit, if there's financial responsibility outside. Or there could also be observation energy because of work-life balance and not being very clear with one another. They could be, you know, watching one another and a little bit maybe sometimes wondering, well, what's going on? Like Seven of Cups can also just be illusion. It can be fear, guys. Like, are there other people around? Not really getting romantic, other people, guys. You know, but the Justice card in the reverse just tells me like, there might have been some frustration with the two of you, like, okay, is this equal? Is this balanced? I mean, Justice card in the reverse normally means like making something right. So someone's gotten maybe a bit pissed off with the situation. Yeah, so Leo, let's see how you feel. Nine of Swords, it's like there's a stress, okay? So let's take away the stress for those of you for whom that actually, you know, want this and for whom the reading is, okay? How do you feel about them? Eight of Wands, there's communication. Again, for some of you, that's air travel, but otherwise that's just like you want to talk it out. Or maybe you want to get clear because the Hanged Man, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. That's what I'm saying. It's like, Leo, I feel like it's somewhere between like, you know, because you've got this 7 and you've got the 9 of Pentacles. I mean, there might be issues, yeah, with someone being totally available, like emotionally available as well, clear, showing up correct, like saying, no, let's do this, because that would be the Fool, you know, let's go for this, and the Fool sitting under the 10 of Pentacles. So you can absolutely, they're just you pushed out and infinite versions you can experience, so you can just make a decision and then go, no, it's like this, and take out all the characters that you feel are a condition or a problem. See? The Hierophant card in the reverse, the Hierophant card, there might be, like I said, there could be an issue to do with like religion, culture, or being on the same page when it comes to your values. Or there's an issue here today, Leo, that like whether or not this could develop into something really committed. The Hermit card's in the reverse, the Star card's in the upright, but you still have hope for it. It seems like sometimes this can go a little bit like withdrawn. Okay, and that could be the, you know, the thing. I mean, it's like something to do with not really prioritizing the connection. So there might be a bit of this trigger thing and a dynamic of like pulling back and confusion, like mixed signals. I don't like to say hot, cold, but you know, I don't think it's like hot and cold. Like, I mean, the Emperor card in the reverse, like I said, it can be that shadow Emperor, so that someone could seem like they're a bit on the avoidant side or cold or detached. But I don't think that that's what we want to lock them into. Maybe you withdraw, Leo, because you get frustrated, okay? The Star card's here, so what we would need to do is like, no, we're perfect. Or if you want to focus on this person being more loving, more open, telling you all the time how they feel, being more gushing, then you need to focus on those traits, okay? No, they're not avoidant at all. They tell me they love me. They blow up my phone 100 times a day telling me they love me, okay? No, there's no pullback. There's no hot and cold. There's only hot, hot, hot. If you want the commitment, they're totally committed to me. They're all about me. I'm all they want, whatever. Okay, see the Devil card's here. The Queen of Wands is in the reverse. Some of you might feel like there's a toxic other energy around. Like, that can be a meddler, guys. I wasn't even picking up, like, with this Three of Swords energy, like cheating and stuff. That could be an ex, or it could be a friend or a mother figure or someone like that, or some kind of an energy that seems to be interfering. You know, a codependent energy, Devil card. And it also might trigger you, Leo. I mean, in some ways, the Queen of Wands in the reverse can feel like the other person. So there could be this feeling of not being prioritized, of not being fully chosen. So that if that is your story, Leo, then just change the story. Okay, no, of course they choose me. All right, so the Star card is hope, but you don't need to hope for it. You just need to claim it, okay? Let's see about this Hermit card. Okay, yeah, there's definitely Ace of Wands, there's chemistry. I said, does it go like hot and then withdrawn, hot, withdrawn? The Fool, okay, wanting to, now, it looks like you're both on the same page, like let's take a leap. I'm going to get a bit of the Oracle cards, like why does this feel like confusing or risky, or what is this Devil energy? See the Judgment card, like it needs, there's a decision that needs to be made. Why do we have Devil? Page of Cups. Some of you, there is like a child in the mix and like a codependent third party. And for others of you, this is like someone's very tied to opinions of other people, and it's got to do with the way they were raised and childhood. You know what I mean? Like codependency, like needing validation from others of some kind, like family. Okay, I just tell you what I channel. That's just what's coming through. So, you know, there could be like an influence. But what I like to do with you guys on this channel is, why would you focus on the influence? Whatever you focus on grows. So test it, take your awareness off and put yourself in the end, because it's just your story, Leo. So you would just be like, no, we're ready. If you've been waiting for them and saying, oh, they're not ready, or it feels like this and it's risky, and then what about, you know, the codependent baby mama or baby daddy or whatever it is, guys, you're just like keeping that in your awareness. You can literally have it move so fast. I mean, you're meeting each other here with this Fool card. And so there might be a trip in the works, or this would be, I think there is a conversation about, you know, jumping onto it. There's passion and chemistry. Judgment card is decision. Okay, so if you're waiting for them to decide, you need to decide. Leo, I mean, in the mind, guys, I'm not telling you to, like I said, chase anything. It's done all through consciousness. Yeah, you both have Page of Swords. Some of you, there's a feeling of judgment, other people judging you, okay? For the reasons I said, maybe to do with tradition, culture, responsibility, that kind of a thing. Or outside people just meddling. Let's see what this Devil card again is. Yeah, Eight of Swords is also like fear and limiting beliefs. And this is your side, Leo. So regardless, it's all kind of you. It's not a blame game, Leo. And like, we're not controlling people. You're controlling your story of you through consciousness, because you're everything. In the now, guys, you select your identity, and then you select version of person detached from this, even what you perceived a moment ago, and be like, what is your end? There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of this feeling like trapped. You might have an assumption this person is trapped in with all this conditions and stuff, or codependency, or ties to people that are influencing and therefore can't break free. But then, Leo, that's, you know, your selection. So Eight of Swords, if I want to challenge you, this is like your own fears and limiting beliefs, okay? No one's telling you you have to take everyone or want everyone, guys. So I'm just here to give tools to those who want it, okay? And I don't like to take away the power of choice for you to shift, and then shift the dynamic from there, like experience something else, okay? So you can have it. There's something about wanting to break free from, I don't know, this, maybe it's a pattern, or maybe it's this whole feeling like confused and not knowing the way forward. I mean, you both have Fool, so it's like maybe you both want to go for it, and then it gets confusing. I'm confused, Leo. Why do we have Devil and Eight of Swords? Knight of Cups, I mean, like, you find them romantic. Maybe then you think, okay, like, where is this going? Can we go for this? Can we do this? You know, I mean, this person, yeah, for sure, lots of cups, like Nine of Cups, Knight of Cups, so pleasure, fun. Maybe you question, is this person more pleasure and fun? They're not really going to commit, or they're not going to come to the table, we can't agree. There's definitely attraction and chemistry. Maybe for some of you, there's overthinking because it's like going to require a move. That's just some of you. If that's the case, it's also a condition, guys. There's infinite people that have made a decision like, literally, nope, we're together. That's their end, and they focused in that way, and all the pieces moved. A person called them and said, hey, I've got a job offer, or hey, I've got a plan. I want you to move, and then that specific, you know, you've gotten a job offer, if it were your case, right? Like, think of the infinite potentials. I mean, look, there is a conversation, there's an eyeing each other out, there's a Fool card, both of you feeling like you want to take the leap. So I do feel like you're having a conversation with this person. There's some adjustments that need to be made around a feeling of unfairness as well. So that might be what's coming up. And also maybe there's some legalities to take care of. Could be immigration as well, guys, with that Justice card. Okay, yeah, we've got the Snake. Competition and enemy. The other woman, look over your shoulder. Now, I said that. It's like, some of you might feel like you're on the outer and there's people that are interfering, like competition and enemy, but I wasn't picking up romantic. Okay? It's either an ex or it's people that are muddying the water. So anytime that we've manifested all these like characters that are undesirable, it could be from Leo, like you're having a story like, one, you don't get what you want, two, you're not enough, you're not deserving, you're not worthy, etc. So I would just keep it clean and just like say, no, there's no problem. You understand? Okay, because self-indulgence, time to heal. So look, self-indulgence, there is this thing about like lack of equal give and take. Maybe that's caused frustration and hurt feelings. There's also potentially some kind of a quote unquote toxic influence here. That could be creating a shadow thing, right? Like trying to please, a codependent thing, because this, you know, Leo, I've got love and wedding rings, okay? Union and marriage, soul connection, everlasting love, but then I've got girl with a snake. There's a need to like set boundaries. So this is this person, but all this shit will go away, Leo. Like this is how they're feeling. They love you. There's like the union and marriage, soul connection, but then there is this self-indulgence and this, you know, maybe a self-indulgent third party or family or people or an ex. You're both kind of maybe feeling like looking at each other. Is there competition? Because the Seven of Cups tells me that there's confusion. But this person seems to want to cut ties. Like it says, receive what you need, progression and arriving and cutting ties. So it might be about, like I said, cutting through the confusion of what's, you know, caused this feeling between the two of you. Now, you can also shortcut it and like not pay any awareness to any of it, like I said. I mean, we've got the key on a ring has come out. This is something to do with unconventional. So again, this might also be about like a disagreement on religion, culture, etc. One person could be extremely conventional. Another person could be not so conventional. It also says options. So someone could be questioning, is the other one playing around, or you both could be, Leo. But I mean, I really wasn't getting actual third-party romantic. I think that there's been a little bit of this confusion with one another, and therefore, you know, maybe worst case scenario sometimes, because Eight of Swords also is our own fears and limiting beliefs of not being chosen, of not getting the person we want. So it's all within your control, Leo, okay? So my advice is what I always say, and sorry to anyone that thinks I'm repetitive or doesn't like my style, but that's, you know, all you need to do. There is definitely communication and movement, but I would just focus on, you know, what is it that you truly want? Double Aquarius energy, Fool on the Star card, Scorpio energy. This is judgment. There needs to be a decision, okay? So if you're waiting and you're focused on the version of the person that can't decide, you get validation that they can't really decide. You just need to be in the version, no, they're decided, okay? If you want to really cut it short, okay? The time lag or perceived time lag, okay? That's how you consciously manifest. All right, Leo, I mean, I hope that resonated for some of you. And I intend that it helped some of you, and you can let me know in the comments if so. And I will check in with you guys in 2 weeks' time.